Hello guys and welcome to the League of Europe Division 3 podcast with myself, Ivor Bryn Mike, and I've been joined today by what is quite possibly my closest rival in the championship, Renault's own Smitsky. How's it going, bud?
Hey, how are we doing?
Well, we got a lot to talk about when it comes to China, and I think first thing, congratulations on the podium to everyone.
Yeah.
It was a very interesting race, and we didn't get a full safety car, but we did get a virtual safety car, which is madness. But we'll start off with qualifying. So we had Dave on pole, 32.6 I think his time was. I'll quickly get up the stream now just to refresh my memory, but I think it was a 32.6. Wasn't the best of laps, to be honest with you, but it did get him pole. I mean, his gamble paid off. Have you got anything to add on Dave's? Oh no, it was a 32.4. Have you got anything to add on Dave's pole time?
I mean, it was a good lap, weren't it? But I don't know. I think weather caught a lot of people out. Hell of a lot of people.
And I think we'll have to talk about the people who the weather actually did catch out. Both of us did get caught out by it, along with MCR, Jasper, Educt. I think Aledi just managed to get through, but I think he got caught out a little bit towards the end of his lap.
Yeah. It was strange how quick it got wet.
Yeah, because looking at the forecast, it said it was cloudy throughout. And literally, I was sitting in the pits and just chilling, relaxing, knowing that I got a nice little banker then. And then I just noticed then one droplet of rain.
Yeah. Not good.
Nah, so it did catch a few of us out, and a couple of the big boys, obviously myself, MCR and Smitsky, quite high up the championship, so it caught us out. Gave an opportunity for Heated to get on the third row, which was brilliant for him, and your teammate also, Adri, managed to nail it and get into third. James, our championship leader, who keeps winning everything, and he needs to stop. It's not fair. So give someone else a go. Managed to get second.
His form's got to end soon, hasn't it? It's got to.
I mean, here's what I reckon though. When his form ends, that's when MCRs will pick up. So yeah. we're done over anyway.
Probably.
Yeah. So behind some of the big lads, we had Heated and Aledi, who are Heated is definitely in one of the top guys in the league at the moment.
Coming back, I think. I do, honestly.
Yeah, and we got Aledi, who's I say he's been unlucky at the moment. I think he could definitely be in that fight with me, you, Adri, Ryan B, Nico, and even Heated himself, because I think it's a battle for third more than battle for first.
Oh, I think so. I think third will be the closest battle this year. My personal opinion.
Right, go on.
I don't know. I think a couple more races, see what happens, and then I think you can talk about it. But I think third will be a closer title than the win this year.
Yep, and we're going to move into the start. I mean, Adri doing ballet moves on the formation lap, which, I mean, I appreciated the effort, you know. I mean, it was a perfect 10 for me. I don't know about everyone else that was watching the stream, but I thought it was fantastic, you know. Oscar, I don't know if you was in a party with Adri or anything, but
No.
right, so we had Adri doing spins on the formation lap, and we go into the start of the race, and it was a pretty decent start for a lot of people. I mean, for myself, I managed to get ahead of you into turn 1. Unfortunately, I think you kind of bogged down on the run into turn 1 and got absolutely swamped.
Yeah. Looking back at it, a lady spins in front of me and all. I think that's what slowed me a bit and all.
Yeah, I was going to mention.
My stream now.
I was going to mention a lady spinning that. I'm not sure what happened to him, but from the camera angles on the stream, it doesn't look like there was any contact between him and another car. So he probably just clipped the curb or...
Oh, I've got a perfect view of that from my stream. It looks like he hits the car in front of his. 2 seconds.
Your teammate started directly in front of him, so...
I think it is Adri. Yeah, he goes into the back of Adri and then it just spins his front end across, that's fine.
Right, so, I mean, I was lucky to just about get away with that, squeezing down the inside of his sliding car, but... Yeah, you know, it was unfortunate for a lady to spin out like that, and I think after that, the next thing we got to talk about is the insane lag of Educt in the Ferrari.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, it was not nice.
Just because lap 1, there was an instant with him and Jasper. I'm not sure if you caught that or...
No, I don't think I managed to catch that one.
Yeah, it looked like Jasper was trying to go down the inside into the corner as you get that slingshot onto the straight.
Yeah.
And what's called Educt ghosted on him, and I think that just caught Jasper out, and he just spun it out of reaction from it. So that was unfortunate for Adri, and I think there is another moment with someone else spinning towards the start. I think it was Ibo who kind of went off at the start as well. Yeah, I think Ibo went off at the start, or within the first few laps anyway. But yeah, James versus his teammate Dave at the start. I mean, if team orders were ever something for any of these two, I think James would have been absolutely furious in those first 2 laps.
The thing is, you have a right to battle, but I don't know, it was interesting. It was very interesting.
I mean, it worked out an absolute treat because it kept me and MCR pretty close to that top pack, which obviously starting on the hards, we were eventually going to drop off until they became the better tyre, but it just kept us within reach of them early on when they have the tyre advantage.
It was interesting. I thought they would have worked together to pull the gap. It was interesting that they played it like that.
I mean, I think finally, after James went past heated, he got a bit between the teeth then and had to.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, this was the move of the race. So heated, you get the overtake of the Grand Prix for me, but just on
Yeah.
that little switchback to cut onto the main straight, that was fantastic to see, and it had to be done just to keep
Yeah.
him in the
Credit to
race.
him. Yeah, credit to him for that.
Right, and a little bit further back, obviously we had myself, MCR, and your teammate Adri in a little battle. Adri struggling early on to try and get past MCR, and eventually he did, but he just wasn't able to pull any sort of gap on us, which was unfortunate for his race. But I mean, it was decent performance there from Adri in that first stint.
Yeah.
And behind us, everyone was struggling to get past Educt.
It was his lag that was the problem, I think, for a lot of people, because it was so violent. Just think, I don't think people went for moves they would have normally have gone for.
Yeah, because I know you had Jasper went all the way to the back. I think Frey was the next one up, and he kind of dropped off. Then you had Nico who dropped off, and then Cursed was the first one to actually get past him, I think.
Yeah, I think he was, actually. Yeah, I think he was.
But I believe that was lap 4, lap 5. So, I mean, you guys were stuck behind that lag for a fair amount of time, and the top 5 already built up a good 2-second gap on him.
Yeah.
Which was unfortunate, because I know that both you and Nico especially had some decent race pace, actually, from the practice races that we done.
Yeah.
So it was unfortunate for you two.
Yeah, I feel Nico missed out, to be honest, because, like you said, I know from practice races he had decent pace.
And I think after that, pretty much it was just the first round of pit stops, and I believe we had you battling with Car Cannon, Frey, Nico, I think Educt as well.
Yeah.
So if you want to talk us through some of those battles.
I mean, Carcanon would come up behind me pretty quick, to be honest. I kind of tried to hold him for a while, but he couldn't pass. And then obviously I was behind Educt for around the pit stops, and then I actually spun it on the inside curve on the long right. And then that were it, really. That sort of ruined it. And then obviously with tyres being so warm and being so close, I just pitted early.
What lap did you go into the pit stops on?
Lap 15 I went on.
Ah, that wasn't early. That was the same time me and MCR went into the pits.
Oh, how is it?
There's lap 11,
that
we
way.
had James and Heater diving into the pits, and Adri followed suit on lap 12. And they kind of came out right behind the battle that you was in,
Yeah.
which I'm sure would have been absolutely lovely for them to, pick their way through.
Yeah.
Right, and just alright, we had Recurse spinning it in sector 2 on lap 13 as well. Looked like the entry into the S section in the middle sector.
Yeah. A few spins happened more than I expected, to be honest. There. Because
Yeah,
I'd not spun it at all, practice all week, and then did it in the race. Then, like you said, there was drivers spinning.
yeah, it was a bit of a weird one really, because in every single practice race there was no spins really. There was no any kind of issue whatsoever. It came to the race, it was like everyone was just driving on ice with the amount of spins that we had. And I think the next talking point obviously is not only James and Ed trying to pick their way through UE Duct and Car Cannon, which I don't think they actually caught up to you in time before you made your pit stop. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think looking back now, I think everyone pitted as they sort of come through. It timed pretty well for them, to be honest.
Yeah, it was a good bit of strategic stuff there from James and Heated. Adri lost a heap of time in the pit stop phase by going on that one extra lap, and he was under some serious pressure towards. Well, he would have been under some serious pressure towards the middle part of that second stint, but we'll get on to what happened with that, because I think the next talking point is the penalty.
Penalty of doom.
The absolute harshest penalty I think that can be delivered. Just because I had no warnings before that point. Absolutely nothing. I was squeaky clean. Had a little look down the inside, tried to make the apex, but obviously on controller, if you tried to make any small adjustments on controller, they're not really small adjustments. But I will say though, I mean, 5 seconds, that was a harsh penalty.
I don't think I've received one yet for straight like that. So straight, so dirty. Because, yeah, you were unlucky. Really unlucky with that.
I think that corner as well is... They're a bit funny with penalties as well. Because, you know, after the race and we had some people saying they done the exact same thing and only got a warning. Some people saying they got a 3-second time penalty for it. I had a 5-second time penalty, which turned into a 5-second stop go, which destroyed any battle between me and MCR for the podium. But I mean, the hunt was on to try and catch Adri, and literally after that we had a virtual safety car, which for some reason Adri decided that he was going to pit on it, which I don't get his mindset on that. I feel like he threw away a chance to battle for the podium, not only battle for the podium, but possibly get 4th place. Like,
well, was he not on a 2-stop?
No, he pitted 1 lap later from James and Heated onto the hards. Right. He could have gone to the end. But for some reason, in that virtual safety car, he decided to make a pit stop, come out on the mediums, knowing that me and MCR literally just come out on the mediums. He's not going to be gaining as much time as he would have liked to. And I think that was an opportunity thrown away there from Adri.
Yeah, unless he read it as a safety car.
I mean, if it was a full safety car, I mean, that would have been a fantastic move, because I think that would have definitely put him within a shout of getting back on the podium, because if we all bunched up again, I think James and Heated would have been on the worst end if that was a full safety car.
Yeah.
And now I'm trying to look through who else, well, any other instance, and I mean, we got
Don't think.
car cannon DNFing into the pit wall done a Lewis Hamilton.
Oh, on pit entry.
Yeah, pit entry
Oh.
went straight on into the wall.
No.
And car cannon, fair play, he was on for a fantastic result as well.
Yeah, it was quick. It was quick, honestly.
I mean, I think he definitely could have been. He could have been fifth, I reckon.
Yeah, top 5. Easily.
I mean,
honestly, it was fast.
pure speculation, because he bought out the virtual safety car, which brought Adri in for his pit stop. But I mean, I think he definitely, at minimum, he would have got 6th. But he might have had that opportunity to get 5th towards the end.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, so that was unfortunate for car cannon. We did have another DNFer as well, I believe. Cloudy, who lost it on the final corner, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think he spun it, didn't it, on curve, and was it the wall? Yeah.
And were cursed, who got disqualified for the session on the pit straight on the entry into turn 1. I'm not sure how, but he managed to get himself disqualified, which is, I mean, it was an interesting one. Interesting. And unfortunately, apart from that, I mean, we had Adri making his way back up into 5th place by overtaking Educt, and we also had you trying to get your way back up into where you ended up finishing, and we also had the issues with Frey leaving the session and joining back, which gave Ibo a lot of hope to try and get that last point paying position.
I was told he was weaving, wasn't he? Or at least that's what he said on the stream.
I mean, I think he was weaving. But I think he kind of celebrated a little bit too soon.
Yeah.
I mean, unfortunately, the battles between James and Heated, while they were very close on track, it just didn't really seem to escalate to the extent that we would have wanted it to.
No.
There wasn't many overtaking attempts from Heated and Sag, and James seemed to have it under control, and MCR was fast closing down on Heated towards the end of the race as well.
Yeah,
So, I
I
mean,
might have got him.
I think he was just inside DRS on the final straight, on the long back straight, so another lap, maybe 2 more laps, MCR would have got past.
Finished closer and all with the times, didn't it? They're like 4-second gaps. 4 second. Then your gap's 11, but that would have been around 6.
No, my gap went 11. What's quite, I had a 5-second stop go, didn't I? I didn't have the
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what it's done. I think added it on at the end.
I mean, I crossed the line around about 6 to 7 seconds behind
Yeah,
MCR.
yeah. I mean, so it was tight. Top four was tight. Adri's pit stop sort of ruined him.
Yeah, I mean, it was an interesting one because, I mean, we all expected James and MCR to be up there. And I think after the practice races, everyone was expecting me to be up there as well.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
did.
no, I
We
thought it
expected him to be thereabouts. Same with Adri. But for some reason, it just never seemed to formulate in a massive battle like what we had in Bahrain towards the end.
Yeah. Bahrain. Well, I were expecting it to be a big battle like Bahrain. Like I said, I just don't think it fell that way, did it?
I mean, Adri said before the race that he wasn't too confident about his pace. And he also said after the race as well, he said the reason he pitted was because he didn't think he was going to be able to keep the pace enough to stop me and MCR from getting through. But, you know, he would have had a chance, like, you know. And I think he did, James, me and MCR were so closely paced and if we were on the same strategy, I think that might have been a much bigger battle.
Yeah,
But
possibly.
qualifying,
Possibly.
man. Qualifying.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
So, yeah, I don't think there's any more really that we can say about China. I think it's time to go on to what is going to be one of the most unpredictable races to predict.
Yeah. Yeah.
Baku.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to this one.
Yeah, I'm not. I am and I'm not. Just because I know I have got some decent pace around Baku. But I'm not gonna make the same mistake last time and say my pace is amazing. I'm not making that mistake.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it humble. I'm gonna keep it humble because I've already got the curse from Mark on me, and I do not want any more.
Enough's enough.
Yeah, enough's enough. But yeah, I mean, he did 1 year last year.
Did he?
So yeah, he's been
From what I've seen
looking
time
forward
trial,
as well.
I know he's quick.
Yeah, I think at the moment in time trial, we got me quickest. Obviously, I don't know about MCR's times because I don't have him as a friend. So, you know, MCR, if you want to accept the friend request, but so I can, you know, just scope out the times and then, you know, steal your setup, you know, yeah.
Yeah. I'll change that.
But yeah, I think MCR is the only one that I don't know what his time trial is. Apart from that, I know James is, at this time of recording, he's 4th fastest in Div 3 behind myself, Heated and Adri. So I think that's going to be, I think we're going to have a 5-way battle between myself, Heated, Adri, James and MCR.
Yeah. I would agree with that.
But yeah, I mean, it depends on if any of us can actually survive Baku. That's going to be the main challenge.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We'll just end up in Castle Wall on that one. Just safety car finish the race.
The safety cars won. Unbelievable scenes. So, who are you looking to... Well, what position are you trying to aim for in Baku?
And I think 5th. he's got to be my best result. I'm not a very fast round back here. To be honest, I don't think I'll survive.
Well, there is another thing as well, is that the strategy is going to be very interesting as well. Just because the softs to hards are almost as quick as medium to hards. As well as people could be carrying more fuel, less fuel. It's going to be it's going to be nuts. I do think Adri's probably going to go for the soft to hard strategy. He does like a bit of an aggressive strategy, so I think Adri will be the one that goes for softs to hards. I mean, he says he's going to win this race, so hopefully you take that curse, Heated.
Yeah.
Joom said MCR is going to win the race, so I think Joom's just commentator cursed him. And James is staying very quiet at the moment. But yeah, I think we've previewed Baku enough. We'll just go for the championship standings right now, just so that you guys know the shape of the championship as we go into round number 5. So we got James currently leading the way on 81 points, 17 points clear from MCR. Those two are the only ones to have won a race, and James winning 3 of them. So, I mean, he's on fine form right now, James.
Yeah, he is. He seems unbeatable at the minute.
I mean, I think if he carries on, put him up in the Div 2.
Yeah, can we have a vote? We have a vote, we'll have James Div 2. Fire a few more up.
And after that, we got Heated in 20 points behind MCR, but 7 points ahead of Nico. So Heated at the moment with that second place last time out, securing that 3rd spot, which the visual graphic doesn't actually say that he's in 3rd yet, but I'll say he's in 3rd.
Yeah.
Then we got my teammate who had a pretty torrid time in China, and he's not looking forward to Baku either. He says don't expect too much from him this time out, because he is a little injured with his wrist and that. So if you see Nico off the pace, then you know why. And then we got a very, very close battle between Adri, Smitsky, and me. 2 points separating us.
2 points.
2 points, and I'm not gonna lie, I want to beat the Renos.
Well, we'll have to see, won't we? We'll have to see.
I mean, I don't know if Ryan B's coming back this week as well, but he could.
Yeah, I believe he's got pace. Ryan B.
And then we got Edact, who's in 9th. I'm not sure if he's full time yet.
I'm not sure. I haven't seen it. No. I don't know.
I mean, it doesn't say he's full time on the stand-ins, but Edict, if you're full time, we apologise, mate, but you're currently in 9th, and for some reason we still got Fuse on you, even though you retired from the league. A lady then behind. So we got a few interesting battles that will not only happen at the top end, the midfield, the low end, but also in terms of the championship as well.
Yeah. Constructors is worth looking at and all, I think.
Yep, and it's a three-way battle in the constructors. Red Bull, Renault, and Toro Rosso. 66 points for Red Bull, 61 for Renault, and 55 for Toro Rosso. So that's going to be a very close battle.
Well, I think Heated will bring Toro Rosso up a bit. I mean, who's his teammate?
Free.
Frey. So yeah, but
I mean, Frey's been consistently picking up points, but I just think that they're going to be relying too much on Heated to keep them in that battle, and I think Heated is literally, while the championship doesn't actually show it at this moment in time, I do think Heated is in that battle with myself, you, Adri, Nico. I think he's in this pace gap. So there's gonna be races where he's gonna finish behind maybe all four of us, but if that happens, he's not gonna be picking up as many points for his constructors as Red Bull or Renault would.
Yeah.
Really, at the moment, I'm looking at how long can James carry the Haas team.
Hopefully not too long.
Just because him and Fuse together brought home 30 points in Australia, and then Hungary they brought home 16 points, and then Fuse left, and Bahrain James won, and unfortunately both me and you kind of let our teammates down to the point where we didn't bring home as many points as them. And then last week I think it was just an interesting one. But we got McLaren on their way up as well, so maybe McLaren will be in that fight also.
Maybe.
Right, so I think that's it. Have you got anything else to add?
No, that's it.
Nope. Right, so thank you guys for checking out the D3 podcast with myself, Ivan, Mike, and Smitsky. We'll catch you Saturday for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, Baku Street Circuit. Who is going to be in the wall? I'm betting pretty much all of us at some point in that race. I believe that. I think actually we could get our first safety car.
Oh, yeah.
I'm calling it now.
Yeah. I'll call. I calls it.
Well, no, I called it first. I mean, you can't call it after I call it. I mean, look, this is why Red Bull moved from the Renault engine to the Honda engine, right? You can't call it after we called it.
Yeah.
Right, so guys, thank you for tuning in, and we'll catch you Saturday for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Until then, make sure you like and subscribe to the League of Europe YouTube channel, and we'll have a good one.
See ya.